This is the briefing from Transport Topics for June 3rd. I'm Esmeralda Leon. Truck developer Aurora launched the first driverless commercial freight operation in Texas on April 27th, but has since returned a human to the driver's seat. Robert Brown of Baud Auto joins us to break down what this means for the industry and the general state of autonomous trucking today. Catch the latest Road Signs podcast at ttn.ws/episode 165. Now let's dive into the day's top stories. U.S. China tensions are rising again after a recent Geneva trade agreement to lower tariffs. The conflict now centers on China's tight control over rare earth exports, vital for U.S. tech and defense. President Donald Trump claims Beijing is stalling on its promise to ease restrictions, while China accuses the U.S. of violating the deal with fresh tech sanctions. This standoff threatens to revive steep tariffs and disrupt supply chains, and experts say China's grip on 70% of global rare earths gives it lasting leverage. The U.S. is racing to develop domestic alternatives by 2027, but shortages are already affecting industries like auto and defense. Beijing's opaque export system is adding to the uncertainty, with global firms, including in India, feeling the pinch. Though China has exhausted its options, it is signaling readiness to tighten controls further if tensions escalate. Meanwhile, Canada's premiers met with Prime Minister Mark Carney in Saskatoon to push for major infrastructure projects aimed at reducing U.S. trade reliance. Carney urged swift action on pipelines, ports, mineral mines, and trade corridors. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith pressed hard for new oil pipelines, warning that national unity is at stake. But British Columbia opposes certain routes, and Manitoba pitched a Hudson Bay alternative that faces logistical hurdles. Despite differences, leaders from western provinces are backing a corridor from Prince Rupert to Churchill to expand export capacity. The effort is part of Carney's broader plan to boost domestic growth and global trade ties. Small businesses that won a ruling against President Trump's global tariffs are now asking the courts to block those tariffs during the government's appeal. They argue the levies cause immediate harm, especially to smaller firms unable to absorb the costs. A trade court ruled Trump exceeded his authority under a 1977 law with the sweeping April 2nd Liberation Day tariffs. That decision is temporarily paused, with a federal appeals court weighing a longer stay. The administration says the ruling undermines Trump's control over foreign policy and may take the case to the Supreme Court. Plaintiffs counter that economic damage outweighs any harm to executive authority, calling refund promises, quote, insulting, end quote. That's it for today. Remember, for all the latest trucking and transportation news, go to the experts at ttnews.com.
Spoken Layer.